So with Power Rangers and Nickelodeon ending their contract in 2021, a lot of people have been asking me where should the franchise move next, and a lot of people in my comment section tell me where they think the series should go next. So in this video, we'll be discussing the future of Power Rangers and where should it move next. Should it be another TV station, a streaming platform? In this video, we're going to discuss that. Now, before we get into the main meat and potatoes of this video, I would love it if you guys could leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below where do you think Power Rangers should move next if it's not going to be on Nick, and also subscribe to the channel for more Power Rangers content. It helps me out, it helps you out, and it puts the channel in the algorithm. With that said, let's talk about the main topic. So, if you haven't heard the news, Power Rangers and Nickelodeon and Hasbro, their contract is ending sometime in 2021. Is it the end of 2021? Is it the middle of 2021? Is it the very beginning of 2021? We don't really know. And a lot of people in the fandom have been discussing where should the franchise go next. And a lot of people in my comment section tell me where they think the franchise should go next. And a lot of people list a bunch of American TV stations and streaming platforms I know nothing about, like HBO Discovery or Discovery Kids, whatever it's called. I don't know. A lot of people are listing like a bunch of American TV stations that Hasbro possibly owns or has a hand in, but I know nothing about them because I don't have American cable, and like I tell you guys, I'm Australian. I don't watch those channels because I don't have any access to them. So I'm going to mostly focusing on the streaming platforms I know about, like Netflix and whatever's out there. So I'll mostly be focusing on them. So Power Rangers on Netflix, that's going to be the meat and potatoes of this discussion. Mostly because most of Power Rangers is on Netflix. Almost every season of Power Rangers is on Netflix. And it's been on there for a really, really long time, and it doesn't look like it's leaving Netflix anytime soon. So how would Power Rangers survive on Netflix if it became a Netflix exclusive thing? How would that work? So a lot of people are concerned how many episodes they're going to drop on Netflix when the season's ready to air. But I've got you covered. So Pokemon's on Netflix now. If you haven't told, this is a very unscripted video. Pokemon's on Netflix now. Pokemon is dropping 12 episodes on Netflix every couple of months, and that makes sense. It's an anime that's currently airing and it's still in production. The dub schedule is usually a couple of episodes behind it when recording. But how does that work for Power Rangers? Well, I think Power Rangers should sort of do a very similar format as it does now. So what they should do for Power Rangers on Netflix is either drop one episode a week and see what happens, or drop a couple of episodes every few months. So maybe the first 8 episodes one month, and then the next 8 episodes the next month, etc., etc. Or do one half of the season 1 month, and then the other half of the season the other month, and then call it like season 1 part 2 and stuff like that. I think that's the best way to have the Power Rangers platform on Nick, because binging the show does help, but if you binge the show, there's going to be not much to talk about unless you're a brand new viewer and you're just watching it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword on how they can handle Power Rangers on Netflix, but don't forget, the target audience for Power Rangers is mostly for kids, as much as you don't want to hear that. Yeah, I know us older audience love watching the show, but its target audience is kids. And although us adults with a lot of free time, or not much free time, can binge most of Power Rangers within a weekend or something like that, the show is mostly there for kids to put them down in front and watch the TV show. And this year, it was either this year or last year, I know that Nick and Netflix did a deal putting content on their platform where Nickelodeon is going to make exclusive content for Netflix. And if Power Rangers gets renewed with Nick, maybe they can move Power Rangers over to Netflix, because from what I've heard and from what I've seen, Beast Morphers is one of the lowest rated seasons of Power Rangers to date. It didn't do very well in the ratings, and I know that's probably going to upset a lot of people saying Power Rangers is doing really well. Well, it's not doing well on the ratings for Nick, and if they just put it in time slots that no one cares about, like 8 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, I don't think it's doing that well. So if they move it online where it can get seen more often and if it gets pushed in the Netflix algorithm, then I'm sure it can do well there. And now I should bring up the next thing and what people are probably going to say. Ash, what about the online platforms that I use or the cable services that I use, like Discovery Kids and stuff like that? Well, I don't know anything. I don't know anything about those platforms, unfortunately. Like I keep saying, I'm Australian. I don't know what Discovery Kids is. I don't know what they offer. I don't know what commercials they have. I don't know who their target audience is. So that doesn't really suit me, and it's probably not my forte to talk about. So I know nothing about those channels. I'm more of a streaming dude, and I could say I'm a non-casual cable kind of guy, but that's changed over the past few years. But I think Netflix is probably the best way to put Power Rangers on there. Maybe they can move with the HBO Max if the Netflix contract doesn't get renewed. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on with HBO Max because we don't have that in Australia either. Hulu is owned by Disney, if I remember correctly. So I don't know what the future of Power Rangers is going to be moving forward in 2021. So it's a lot to think about. And it's kind of like what I say in most videos. It's a wait and see situation. So we'll wait and see what happens with Power Rangers moving forward in the future. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much the end of the video. Leave a comment down below. Where do you think Power Rangers should move next? Should it be on a different TV station? Should it be on a different streaming platform? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out, take care, and thank you for watching. Bye!